explanation of Group 4. Isang araw, napakagandang araw, may isang gwapong-gwapong, machong-machong lalaki. At nang di inaasahan, bigla siyang... Aray! Diyos ko! Oh my God! Fracture! Fracture! Aba! Andun pala siya. At mukhang hirap na...
What is fracture? Fracture is the separations of a bone into two or more pieces under the action of stress. And what are the kinds of fractures? Compound fractures, an open wound extending from the skin. And how about the second one? Comminuted fracture. It may be closed or upper fracture, wherein the bone is crushed into several pieces. But wait! There's more! There are types of fracture. First one is green stick. What is green stick? The bone is not broken through. And the second one is fissure. The bone has little or separation of the broken ends. Oblique. The fracture extends diagonally across the bone. Tracers. The break extends across the bone at approximately right angle to it along axis. Impacted. The broken ends at the bone are not separated but are jumped together.
Dahil nga sa walang magawa ang lalaking yon, yung walang kwentang lalaking yon, kumuha siya ng saging sa puno ng rambutan. Ang sarap naman ito! Makakuha nga, makakuha nga. Kaya, tiga, bababa na ako. Tiga lang. Ang saging ko! Kailangan ma-save! Ang saging ko! Ang saging! Nagagala kami! Ano yun? Nakakapagod. Ano yun? May naksidente! Tutulungan ko siya! Teka muna! How to treat a fracture. Ay, gutom na ako. May bumagsak na grasya. la la la.
Good. It is a break in the continuity replication of the values, either external or internal. Types of wounds: abrasions in size, laceration, fractures,
To perform CPR on an adult, we must first of all ensure the area is safe. Having done so, we should then try and get a response from the casualty. Shout at them, try and use their name, but if they don't respond to this, then shake the shoulders to try and rouse the casualty. As there's been no response, we must now check the airway. Look inside the casualty's mouth for any obvious obstructions, such as vomit. And in this case, as there are none, we now move on to opening the airway to move the tongue out of the way. We do this using a method called head tilt chin lift. With the airway now open, the casualty should be able to breathe, so we assess for breathing for up to a maximum of 10 seconds. Look for signs of movement in the chest and abdomen. Listen for sounds of breathing, and if you're close enough, you may be able to feel the casualty breathe against you. As there are no signs of breathing, we must call for assistance straight away. Ideally, get someone else to do this, but if you're alone with the casualty, you must call for help now. We now move on to starting CPR. The first part of this is to make circulation. Move to the casualty's chest. Place one of your hands in the centre of their chest over their breastbone. Place the other hand on top. Straighten your arms and try and lean over the top of the casualty so you can use your own body weight. Squash the chest approximately a third of its original size. Releasing the pressure will make one compression, and we do this a total of 30 times in rapid succession. Following these compressions, we now need to breathe for the casualty. Move back to the head, ensure the airway is open, and squeeze off the nostrils. We then take a normal breath, cover the casualty's mouth with our mouth, and blow gently into them until the chest visibly moves. Moving away will allow the casualty to breathe out, and then we will repeat this procedure to get a total of 2 ventilations. We return to the chest and perform a further 30 compressions to move the blood and oxygen round. After our 30 compressions, we now return to their airway, make sure it's open, and give them 2 further breaths. And we will continue this routine of 30 compressions to 2 ventilation until help arrives and takes over, or until we're physically exhausted and unable to continue. To perform CPR on a baby or infant, we must first of all ensure the area is safe. Then try and get a response from the casualty. Call out to them, ideally using their name, but if the baby fails to respond, we stimulate them using their feet. As this casualty does not respond, we now need to check the airway. Look inside the mouth for obvious obstructions, such as vomit. As there are none, we will now move on to opening the airway, to move the tongue out of the way. We do this using a method called head tilt chin lift. With an open airway, the casualty should be able to breathe, so we check for signs of breathing for up to a maximum of 10 seconds. Look for signs of movement in the chest and abdomen. Get close and listen for sounds of breathing, and if you are close, you may even feel the casualty breathing against you. Unfortunately, our casualty is not breathing, so we must breathe for them. Ensure that the airway is open, take a normal breath, and then cover the baby's mouth and nose with your mouth. We then blow into them gently until the chest visibly moves.
The first step is to ask the person, are you choking? And they will acknowledge if they are. The next step would be to perform abdominal thrusts, sometimes referred to as the Heimlich maneuver, by placing the hands around the person's abdomen and forming a fist with one hand with the projected area of the thumb into the middle of the abdomen, slightly below the sternum or breastbone. Grasp that fist with the other hand and deliver sharp upward thrusts into the victim, forcing air up and out of the lungs and hopefully causing the obstruction to be dislodged. A choking adult can have a pretty scary experience, not only for themselves, but for bystanders that are in the general vicinity.
So distracting, am I this way. And ever since I met you, I can't keep my attention, and you are to blame. Your love's a permanent distraction, a perfect interaction, a feeling so extreme. I lost my appetite to eat, I barely get to sleep, 'cause you're even in my dreams. And I thought that I was strong, but I knew that all along this was out of my control. So I fell into your hands, and I don't know where to land, I'm just going with the flow. Love, 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 love.
Some days I want to run away. This feels so perfect, it's breaking my heart. Yeah, we could stay here happy, or after summer be two worlds apart.
Your love's a permanent distraction, a perfect interaction, a feeling so extreme. I lost my appetite to eat, I barely get to sleep, 'cause you're even in my dreams. And I thought that I was strong, but I knew that all along this was out of my control. So I